Niger State launches major agricultural reforms to become Nigeria's top food producer. Wife of the Niger State Governor reaffirms the administration's strong commitment to promoting policies and programs that protect rights of women and girls. Plus, a special report on Kaftan. Good to have you join us on NSTV News. I am Tijani Abdulbaki Abdurrahman. Now, the news in details. Niger State government says the state is leading extensive agricultural reforms to position the state as Nigeria's top food producer. Farmer Governor Muhammad Umaru Bago stated this at the Niger State Council on Agricultural meeting which took place at NUT Hall, Chanchaga, Mina. The report.
Farmer Governor Muhammad Umar Bago, who was represented by his Deputy Chief of Staff, Alhaji Yusuf Sadiq, called the council the state's highest forum for agricultural policy making, stressing that food security has become vital for national stability and economic growth. Bago said his administration is intentionally shaping agriculture's future through strategic planning and ongoing investment.
I'm very impressed with the level of goods I have seen. Our women are actively into value addition. I've seen quality stuff that just need a little bit of touching, which is by the special grace of God, that will be part of the government to come in and help them to go to the next level. The message from the state government is a continuous participation by young men and women in agriculture. This is our future. Agric should not be a thing of retirement. It's a thing that we should start at a very early age. We are calling on the youths of this state to go back to farming, with outcropping, livestock production, milking, whatever.
In his opening remarks, the Permanent Secretary, Niger State Ministry of Agriculture, Dr. Matthew Ahmed, highlighted the State Council's dedication to transforming the agricultural sector through sustainable and innovative reforms. Dr. Matthew underscored the importance of closing the gap between policy and results by tackling systematic issues such as low productivity, poor infrastructure, and climate change challenges. He stated that better coordination, partnership building, and accountability are crucial for successful agricultural development in Niger State.
Agricultural implementation in the state. What are the policies that we need to put in place to ensure that we attract more youth and women to participate in agriculture? So in this gathering, we have academias in our midst, we have the research, we have the farmers who are the end users of our discussions in this council on agriculture. We have the private sectors who are also key players. We have the financial institutions who are also participating in this council. So all those that are involved in the state that has to do one or two things to do with agriculture are all invited to come and rub minds together, and then we chant a new course and discuss those things that are working well, those things that are not working well. So those things that are not working well, how do we provide solutions for them now to start working well? And those things that are working well, how do we maintain them to ensure that we are not where we are, but we continually make progress over time? So these are issues that we are discussing in this council.
According to him, these efforts aim to boost productivity, improve financial access for farmers and SMEs, as well as promote sustainable farming practice to uplift livelihoods across the state. Also speaking at the ceremony, the chairman of Niger Foods, Mr. Sami Adigun, represented by the executive director, Ms. Patience Kuku, stated that Niger State has shifted from simply being a farming state to an agricultural powerhouse, utilizing its 11% share of Nigeria's land area and highly agrarian population. She further revealed that through close collaborations with the Ministry of Agriculture, development partners like AGRA, and other key stakeholders, Niger Food is working to boost productivity, foster grassroots trust, and support smallholder farmers to grow into medium and large-scale producers.
Very proud to support His Excellency's vision of delivering and of using agriculture as a lever to bring Niger State to become the power food product, not just the power state now, but the agricultural powerhouse of Nigeria. Niger is positioned as it sits on 11% of Nigeria's land mass, to not only be able to provide the land, but it also has the citizens who are primarily agrarian and who do agriculture with such zeal. Niger Foods has been working relentlessly and in a very, very close partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, nomadic and livestock, and all the different players in the sector to ensure that we do what we were set up to do, which is to partner to deliver an excellent agricultural state.
On his part, representative of AGRA, Dr. Rufus Idris stressed the organization's steadfast commitment to strengthening Africa's food system by supporting farmers, the private sector, and key institutions driving agricultural transformation. He pointed out that AGRA's focus areas include improving soil health, increasing access to quality and affordable seeds, and helping farmers build resilience against climate impact.
AGRA stands to work, to support, and to work with as we transform Africa's food system. We work in all of the countries across the continent, with presence in some 15 different African countries. And our job is simple: support the government, support the farmers, support the private sector, support organizations that can help us transform the system to ensure that Africa can feed itself and Africa can have the food sovereignty that we deserve as a continent.
He emphasized that achieving food sovereignty and security in Nigeria would have a ripple effect across the continent. The event, with a theme driving transformative and sustainable agricultural reform in Niger State, bringing policy and impact to overcome systematic gap. The event featured representation of an award of excellence to the Niger State Governor, Chairman of Niger Foods, among others, as well as panels of discussants and paper presentation. Shuaibu Bawa Mohammed reporting for NSTV.
Niger State House of Assembly has called for full mobilization to rescue abducted pupils and staff of St. Mary Catholic School, Papiri. This was part of the resolutions reached after a motion of urgent public importance presented at the plenary. The motion, which was sponsored by member representing Agora constituency, Honorable Mohammed Garba, appealing to the federal government and the state and the executive arm of Niger State government to deploy all necessary resources toward rescuing the pupils, students, and staff. Honorable Agora and his colleague expressed deep sadness and called on security agencies to intensify efforts to ensure the state is free from insecurity. Federal government has pledged to safeguard the agricultural sector from transbounding and migratory pests as experts convene in Abuja for review and validation of National Integrated Pest and Plant Disease Management Strategy. Permanent Secretary in Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Marcus Ogunbiyi, warned that Nigeria is grappling with outbreak of destructive pests and disease. He said the sector faces challenges from emerging and re-emerging pests and disease outbreaks, many of which are transboundary and migratory. He noted that invasions by pests such as fall armyworm, ginger blight, tuta absoluta, quilly bears, and others have caused crop losses, reduced productivity, and economic setbacks, particularly for smallholder farmers. He added emerging pests, resistant pathogens, and climate-driven migrations demand that Nigerian approaches remain dynamic and adaptive, adding the workshop seeks to review, validate, and strengthen the strategies to address the challenges. The wife of the Niger State Governor, Hajia Fatima Umar Bago, has reaffirmed the administration's strong commitment to promoting policies and programs that protect the rights and dignity of girls and women in the state. Hajia Fatima Umar Bago made this known shortly after a walk to flag off the 2025 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence held in Mina. Correspondent Habiba Dauda has more.
The wife of the governor, who was represented by the Special Advisor on Women Affirmation, Mrs. Mary Noah Bridges, said the occasion was not just a symbolic walk for awareness, but a walk in solidarity with the countless of women and girls whose voices are often silenced by fear and anxiety.
The issue of gender-based violence is an ongoing issue and is an issue that will continue to be addressed until we get it to the minimal level. As for Niger State, the Office of Her Excellency has been collaborating with the Ministry of Women Affairs in coming up with seminars, workshops, interactions to ensure that women, the ministry too, is properly carried along and educated on how to come up with programs that will bring down gender violence in Niger State. And ordinarily, most cases that come up, the ministry is always on the alert to listen to such cases and follow up. We have a lot of other collaborators in the state, like the Crusader. We have the Human Rights, we have FIDA. They are working hand in hand with the ministry, and at each point there are issues, they put them together and report them to her office, where she also give her own advice, and follow-up mechanism is put in place to ensure that this tide is brought to a minimum.
Hajia Fatima Bago then commended the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social development partners, civil society organizations, as well as security agencies for their support and efforts in strengthening mechanisms that prevent all forms of violence, ensure safe reporting channels, and guarantee justice for survivors. Delivering his speech at the event, the State Coordinator, National Human Rights Commission, Niger State Office, Dr. Nuhu Muhammad said, digital violence is real violence, noting its impact on mental health, dignity, safety, and participation in public life is profound, stating that if women and girls cannot feel safe online, then the society cannot be fully free, equal, or just.
On a regular basis, we are handling gender-based violence, and then reports comes in from all the local government area of the state. And each time we get any report, we always ensure that the writing is done. If you narrow it down to a case of rape is a crime against the state. What we tell victims and their relations is that since it's a crime against the state, we will not let it go. We will not play it down, because some will turn around and begin to beg for withdrawal and things like that. We always ensure that if any case at all is reported, we go around uniting with other stakeholders to ensure that the right thing is done. Yes, to a large extent, we've handled quite a number. There's hardly any day of the week that we don't receive a case, a complaint of against gender-based violence.
He added that ending digital violence requires unity, courage, and collective efforts by calling on government agencies, tech companies, civil society, schools, families, and community leaders to stand together. Also speaking, the Director Planning, Research, and Statistics of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, Mrs. Mary Issa, commended the state government, partners, and security agencies for their continued support and commitment to combating the menace.
Today being 25th of November 2025, we are marking the yearly 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. I will talk about gender-based violence. It has to do with all gender, all violences against males, females, be it boys, girls, women, men, and whatnot. Any form of violence, a form of harassment, domestic violence, emotional, psychological, economic, any kind of violence at all. We are saying that it is enough. Enough is enough. And it is high time we stop all these things, because they are not contributing to the economy of the state and that of the nation. When we stop them, we will see that it will go a long way to even add to the GDP, that is the gross domestic product of the nation. How? The women that are being silenced in one way or the other will start being empowered, and by so doing, they will do one or two things that will add to the GDP of the economy.
The theme for the 2025 16 days of activities is Unite to End Digital Violence Against All Women and Girls, and a walk from the Federal Secretariat to the venue, which is the Women Multipurpose Center, Mina. Habib Adauda reporting for NSTV News.
Now on special report, the kaftan, a simple and elegant traditional attire rooted in ancient Middle Eastern and African cultures, has undergone remarkable transformation over the years. It is also known as a loose, flowing garment worn for comfort, modesty, and cultural identity by designers, celebrities, and everyday style. In this special report, Shaibu takes a look at evaluation of kaftan. The report.
The kaftan, a garment once rooted in centuries-old tradition, has today become one of the most versatile and celebrated pieces in global fashion. Originally worn for comfort, royalty, and cultural identity, the kaftan stands as a symbol of elegance and heritage. But over time, designers began to reimagine it, infusing bold colors, modern cuts, and contemporary styles. Today, the kaftan is no longer just a traditional attire, it is a fashion statement embraced by trendsetters, celebrities, and everyday people who want comfort without compromising style. During an interview with Ahmad Hashim, he said he derived passion for wearing kaftan because of its unique look. He also emphasized on how often he wears kaftan.
At times, kaftan is more beautiful, and what really attracts me in wearing kaftan is that its unique looks when someone wears it.
Saeed Nasiruddin, a kaftan dealer who has been in the business for about 3 years, explains how most demands on kaftan are the embroidery kaftan because of its maturity.
Yeah, the kaftans, we are having their demands much this time are the embroidery kaftans. There are something like this. They are the kaftan which people are demanding right now because it's quite matured and cool.
Zulkarnaini Said, a fashion designer, emphasized on how monogram design is a smart work that deals with one's mindset.
One good thing about monogram design, it's not a hard work. It's not a hard work, it's a smart work. It's a work that deals with mind. Yeah, it's a programming work. Luxury designs need luxury fabrics like silver dust, Maybach, and let's say Portsman wool.
Jamil Mohammed said he usually wears kaftan for special occasions because it helps him to look more responsible and presentable.
What attracts me to wear kaftan is it makes me look more presentable, more attractive, and there is this proverb they say, the way you dress, that is where you be addressed. So that alone attracts me on kaftans. I do wear kaftan most especially when I'm going to a responsible place to meet a responsible people, prominent people, like maybe to like visit prominent person. So when I'm in kaftan, honestly speaking, I used to feel so comfortable, so free, and so well presentable. And mostly Fridays I do wear kaftan to mosque because Friday is a very special day and a very big day.
As designers continue to innovate and cultural influences blend, the kaftan remains a timeless symbol of elegance, identity, and creativity. Shuaibu Baba Muhammad reporting for NSTV.
First Lady Senator Olurem Tinubu has called on Nigerians in diaspora to intensify their contributions to national development by leveraging innovation, collaboration, and mentorship to support young people back home. In a statement by her senior special assistant on media, Busola Kukoi, the First Lady urged citizens abroad to complement efforts by working with relevant agencies to accelerate growth in key sectors. She encouraged them to offer mentorship to students and youth in Nigeria, emphasizing the need for a mindset change focused on seeing the bigger picture of national progress. To strengthen collaboration, Senator Tinubu referred some of the innovators present to the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, who attended the meeting for possible partnerships with government institutions. The First Lady also received members of the Committee of Pro-Chancellors of Federal Universities of Nigeria who were in Doha for the Education Beyond Borders Conference. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu recently said his administration has recorded significant upswings in foreign direct and portfolio investment in the oil and gas subsector of the economy. The president highlighted several policy gains recorded under his renewed hope agenda, including 7 consecutive months of eased inflation to 16.05% in October. the stabilization of the exchange rate and a significant rise in foreign reserves to over 46 billion, up from 32 billion, and a net reserve of 4 billion inherited in 2023. He added that investors' confidence has rebounded with rising foreign direct and portfolio investment, particularly in the oil and gas sector, alongside a booming stock market, growing economic diversification driven by solid minerals. The government's liberalized student loan scheme has so far enrolled over 700,000 beneficiaries, while passport processing timeliness have been shortened nationwide to under 1 week. And with this concludes our today's bulletin. But before we go, a quick look at the major stories once again. We told you that Niger State government said the state is leading extensive agricultural reforms to position the state as Nigerian top food producer. Farmer Governor Muhammad Umaru Bagu stated this at the Niger State Council on Agriculture meeting held at NUT Hall, Chanchega, Mina. We also told you that the wife of the Niger State Governor, Hajia Fatima Umar Bago, has reaffirmed the administration's strong commitment to promoting policies and programs that protect the rights and dignity of girls and women in the state. She stated this shortly after a walk to flag off the 2025 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence, Emina. We also brought you a special report on Kaftan. That is the end of the news. I am Tijani Abdulbaki Abdurrahman. I say goodbye.